1 minute of league football since March, and now a fee of €25 million. Eliezer Mayenda's exit from Sunderland is the story of how a club turns a player it barely uses into one of the best pieces of business of its summer. Journalist Santi Auna reports that Sunderland and Stade Rennais are close to finalising a deal worth around €25 million, including bonuses, with both clubs wanting it wrapped up in the coming days. Rennes were one of several suitors circling throughout the summer, alongside interest from Spain, while the Porto links were dismissed. The French side have now stepped ahead of that competition, and the talks are said to be progressing well. The numbers behind the deal are what make it remarkable. Sunderland paid €800,000 for Mayenda in 2023, sent him to Hibernian on loan, and brought him back to contribute 12 goals and 6 assists across 72 appearances. Selling at €25 million represents a return of more than 30 times the original outlay on a player who, by the end of last season, had fallen almost entirely out of the picture. 8 league starts all campaign, 1 solitary minute after March, and 6 of the final 7 match days spent on the bench. That last detail is the part worth dwelling on, because it explains why this sale is happening and why it is the right call. The bench time was not a dip in form to be managed. It was a hierarchy hardening. Brian Brobby's emergence as the focal point of the attack closed the pathway, and a 21-year-old striker with a World Cup summer behind other forwards' World Cup summers needs games, not patience. Sunderland, recognising that, and being open to a departure rather than warehousing a valuable asset who cannot play, is the model working with discipline rather than sentiment. There is a complication folded inside the good news though, and it is about timing rather than price. This sale removes a forward from a squad about to play Thursday and Sunday for long stretches, and it does so while the future of Brobby himself continues to attract noise from Italy and beyond. Selling depth is sensible when the first choice is secure. Selling depth while the first choice is being circled is a sequencing risk, and it makes the reinvestment of this €25 million the genuinely important half of the transaction. The fee only becomes good business if some of it returns as a forward who can actually share the load Brobby will carry. For Mayenda, Rennes offers what Wearside no longer could: a starting role at a League One club at the age where minutes decide a career. For Sunderland, the deal banks an enormous profit on a fringe player at the peak of his sellable value. Both sides of that logic are sound. What remains is the arithmetic Sunderland cannot dodge. The attack that finished 7th had Brobby, Mayenda and Wilson Isidore to rotate through the middle. By next week, it may have 1 fewer body and 30 times its money back, and the window will judge which of those mattered more.